Таким образом, после трехдневного путешествия мы прибыли в Навадвип. Все, стоп.
Some pilgrims have come. Russia.
Улыбку. Емуна, улыбайся.
Russian name.
Yes, must use to tell you after. Yeah. Yes. And I think you are also so much tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
Should we go? Пошли, переоденемся.
I have no more.
Maharaj. Maybe you can Maharaj.
Later.
They brought camera.
Oh yeah. Now we can do film.
Everyone in Russia wants to see you on film. If they cannot see you personally, they must have a film.
I'll get translated to you later.
happy, the devotees are very happy. I heard from Sagar. Sagar, hey, ওটা বসে যাচ্ছে তো।
Wow.
Wow. India.
Very difficult. In Russia, there is load shedding.
Electricity going off in Russia.
Yeah, like in India, everything's the same.
A little bit like India.
Only there is not too much Krishna, otherwise everything is the same. When you come to Russia, you like it very much. You feel like in India a little cold, but otherwise it's the same. People are very nice. Sagamore is like
Sagar like very much the Russian food. You are cooking, Sagar so you are very nice.
Actually, every time when I cook, I spoil something. Other devotees also cook very nicely. I cook and do too many things at the same time. But people actually expecting you visit. Now there's more coming. They want to see you. Now we hope we can give them at least video tape. Or maybe some other day we'll do some program for Russian devotees.
How long will you stay here now?
We actually we're thinking to be in India for 2-3 weeks.
Good. But here in March?
Whatever is necessary to be
Day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, because I have some time. Now I have some meeting with the hospital for our medical admission. He's waiting 1 hour.
Yes.
And no problem, you sit.
Yes.
They have you allowed for 5 minutes, Mark, they're happy. They don't.
That's okay, not to disturb. We have time.
No. Then tomorrow we shall be sitting.
Yeah.
Some time we shall spend. Morning is good time for me.
Okay. But maybe
No, you sit
maybe
here.
Prabhu can sit here and talk.
No. Private. Always. Everybody has some private meeting. And now, from our all world center, every country, some people will come here. Then everybody has some discussion, personal discussion about our meeting.
Yeah.
I'm not getting time. I went to festival run yesterday and still festival running up to Govardhan Puja, Giriraj Puja, 25th December, 25th October, 28th Surya Graha,
Solar eclipse.
24. 7 o'clock.
24th, yeah. And next they go to Puja. This is Gupta Govardhan. Chaitanya Thakur said, this place, especially this Chaitanya Thakur Mata existing, it is called Gupta Govardhan. Mahaprabhu's pastimes and Krishna pastimes. Krishna, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared. Then all paraphernalia and his abode, everything appeared with Mahaprabhu. And that is Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Dev, is Radha Krishna combined form. Then everything hiding away is here. Then Govardhan, Radha Kunda, Samkunda, Rasastali, everything is here in Navadvipa, but not like Vrindavan, but it is all hidden. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and also Navadvipa Thakur told, it is hidden in Govardhan. And when Guru Maharaj came here, he came with 3 deities of Giriraj. And that deity still worshipping here in the temple. Every year we are going to Vrindavan, Govardhan and worshipping there Giriraj. But this special year of centenary of Guru Maharaj, we are thinking we shall worship Giriraj here. That is 25th, up to 25th, we shall be here for Giriraj Puja. Then we shall go from here to Vrindavan. And in the middle, we have the Calcutta Center. There we shall do some festival in the name of Guru Maharaj. And that's also must be big festival there. And Calcutta 2 months we have. I am trying to do another also month. There are also 26 in our Damdam Park month and 27 will be in airport month. Then 28 we shall proceed to Brajadham, Vrindavan. And there 28 to 7th November we shall be there for Parikrama. And this year, very auspicious for us, that is I have got a Rupa Goswami Prabhu Samadhi, and adjoining Samadhi there is one land, piece of land. And everybody wants to take that land. And they have much money, like ISKCON. They have millions of dollars money. And like other also, they are poor, but they are so big. Then they tried so many ways. But Krishna is very merciful. They offer more, what I offer, they offer double than me, actually. But Krishna is so merciful that landlord said, yeah, I promised to Govinda Maharaj I shall give, then I shall give Govinda. And they offer double money, but he do not want that. But a few lakhs offer.
This is a very important place in Vrindavan.
Yes, very important place. Not only important, it is very, for building our fortune, that is very good place. If we not will do anything wrong in that place, very quick we shall proceed. And for that everybody needs that place. But mercifully Rupa Goswami Prabhu and Guru Maharaj has given that place to our monk. Now it is ready to finish. And for that I am going this time to make something there for our the devotee. Temple I shall not make. But for the devotees practicing life, I shall do something. Temple, so many temples in Vrindavan. So many deities in Vrindavan, and everywhere is Krishna's deity. And that is, we will get everywhere that feelings and associations. But for the devotees, it is necessary. Who is living in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj as well as Srila Rupa Goswami, we shall try to serve them, and Rupa Goswami who must have given that land to us. Then we shall try to serve his sampradaya. That way I am thinking that I shall add some small but beautiful and nice something. And for that we are going all there. This time. We will stay up to that time, then we will be very happy in that place. And it is also very near to India. Mahaprabhu's temple there. Mahaprabhu stayed there. When Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu stayed there. And you will see. And I'm very near, Indikala, very near, Samsundar, Gopinath, Radha Damodar, Radha Raman, all is very near. But it is Radha Damodar temple, adjoining Radha Damodar temple. Very nice auspicious land. And I have got, by the grace of Guru Maharaj, then I shall try to serve that land. This time I shall go for special service to the Guru Gauranga, service to the Vaishnava, that is our life's goal. Mahaprabhu said, if you want to serve Vaishnava first, then serve Krishna. You cannot serve directly to Krishna, but service going through Guru Vaishnava to Krishna. That is the process. Come to the top channel, proper channel. This is proper channel. Then no problem will come.
Well, how many meters this place?
Size of the place.
Oh, it is, I heard 1,000 square meters.
1,000 square meters big.
No, not 1,000. 1,000 square year.
Yeah.
1,000 square year. That means 600. Problem for money. Money will come very easily for that place. Still, I have got offering from the devotees. Yes. Already offered me for that seva.
This is very nice. Because in Vrindavan we don't have any place, the actual place in Vrindavan. Every time many people come to Vrindavan, Western devotees, but there's no place to stay for them.
But it is little difficulty. Our devotees will do business there.
What kind?
They are doing some business. And their Vrindavan Yatra are not really successful. They will do business.
Pilgrimage.
Too much money.
Spiritual. Care of the
If they are doing, if through business they will do Guru Seva, through business they will do Vaishnava Seva and Krishna Seva, that will be successful. But for the business, the whole world is open. Why in Vrindavan? That is
Why in Vrindavan? Yeah.
And whole world is open for
business, why in Vrindavan?
This time in Vrindavan.
No, this is a good explanation.
Beautiful, very good. That's it. Many people are trying to do business in Vrindavan now. It's like New York now.
Yeah.
Transcendental New York.
And tomorrow morning, it shall be fitted.
Yeah.
Now Arati going on.
Yeah.
If you can join in Arati and can take some film, there are Sankirtan.
Yes, Mara. Leave this in your room somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. See.
Yeah. There's some papers, newsletter, or other things. Yeah, we shall go in.
Yes, join in Arati. It is desire of my Guru Maharaj. Everybody will join in Arati. Who will come, but actually they cannot. এটা তো ফুটানো নেই।
Джиганат, интервью можешь дать эксклюзивное для нашей телепередачи? Ему на джип.
Самая крутая. Давай.
Телепередача, пожалуйста.
Мужчины все, заменяя.
Это все? Это очень мало.
Пока что у меня нет слов.
Понял.
Вот сейчас на лодочке переплывем, там будет Майпур. Покажи.
Майпур.
Совершенно трансцендентальный.
Много храмов. Сейчас мы находимся в Навадвипе.
Какого
Вот
реально?
одна, первый танк пошел. Посмотри, первый танк покажи. Вот она, малая земля. Хорошо, перещать ближе. Третий раз закинул.
Какого?
Здесь нормально, сними.
А я снял уже.
Нет, ну здесь слышно.
Так я приближаюсь все равно. Да, пингвин, пингвин. Ой, это вон еще. Это не пингвин, дельфин. Это дельфин. Это дельфин, самый настоящий. Так а почему? Они же живут.
Купаешься? В воду. Гранат, в воду прыгай.
তোমার দেখতে পাইনি তো বলে আমি বলছি আবার আমাদের বলি না দেখতে পেলে আমি দেখবো
আপনার একই কত দিবেন কত বলেন তাহলে গাড়ি নিয়ে আসবেন
Come in, sit down. Okay, start.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama. Oh, it's cool. Vamos.
Прям несколько таких, да?
Ой-ой-ой, какой маленький, какой маленький. Мамон. বাবা
হ্যাঁ যাবে না ওরা কোনোদিন পয়সা দেয় না
এই বাবা ক্যামেরাটা শোন দাও এটা এনি টাইম ক্যামেরা সব সময় খবর আছে
কোনোদিন পয়সা দেয় না
চলো তোমরাই চলো হ্যাঁ তোমরাই চলো
Так, мы на святой земле Майпура. Вперед!
батарейка
Успел заснять? Успел?
Стухла батарейка.
не успел да
Стухла конкретно, да?
ну еще может быть бабусь сниму как он
Почему?
12 суток.
12 суток.
так много
Может, домой возьмем пару бутылок? Чего?
Marsh, you on the camera. Dandavad.
কি কাজ হলো ওপরে কটা মিস্ত্রি এসেছে বলো তাহলে আমি বুঝতে পারবো কটা মিস্ত্রি এসেছে আপনার মিস্ত্রি করে কাপড়া বেড়ায় করা সেই প্রভু
Покажи гестхаус.
এগুলো জল না দিয়ে চলে গেল গাড়ি জল জল হ্যাঁ পারমিশন ফোর্স
Not permitted. 10 stories?
Yes, and for one, blue. Then what was
Building, 10 stories building, not extension.
Быстрее, побыстрее так.
From the very beginning, we want to know how long you've been in Mars, what actually you're doing, traveling, some experience, some of I would say experience of some feelings from being with Srila Sridhar Maharaj and with Srila Govinda Maharaj. I will ask questions. I will say, hi, what is your name? You'll say, my name is Vedra.
Okay.
We don't want to do it formally, but we want to introduce people with devotees in the month because they want to know who is living in the month and what they do. I will say, what are you doing here and how long have you been staying here? And if you have any chance to speak. You were Srila Prabhupada disciple? Yeah, did you we'll ask a question about did you have any personal association with Srila Prabhupada and stuff like that, Krishna consciousness. You also give an answer. And then ask, and when did you join Srila Sridhar Maharaj? And what attracted you to Srila Sridhar Maharaj? I speak Russian first, a couple words from Kenya.
Поехали.
Сейчас мы встречаемся с одним из старых преданных матери и зададим несколько вопросов. Hi, what is your name, Guru?
Chidananda.
Chidananda. And how long have you been devotee of Krishna?
I first met Srila Prabhupada in 1967, which means almost 30 years.
30 years ago. And what do you like about Srila Prabhupada? What was the hook, I would say?
He was preaching a very sublime message in a very complete way of life. He was a very powerful preacher, preaching the importance of Krishna consciousness for everybody. And what he was preaching and what he said, everything about him just attracted people to join his mission.
Very nice. And did you practice any religion before you came to Krishna consciousness?
Something of a Christian, but not
full conception.
Not full conception, not full practice.
Okay. And then we ask you another question. What attracts you in Srila Sridhar Maharaj's mission? Because you've been in the mission for a long time, since Srila Prabhupada left. What do you like? What do you like about Srila Sridhar Maharaj's teachings?
Well, when Srila Prabhupada left this world in 1977, he left instructions for his disciples who wanted to know more about Krishna consciousness to come to Sridhar Maharaj. And I found out this instruction in 1980, 1981. And most of the other Western devotees, such as Sridhar Maharaj, also found out this instruction. So I came with that.
And since that time you've been around in Srila Sridhar Maharaj's mission?
Yes.
And that's where you're staying right now. And I know that you've traveled many times with Govinda Maharaj. Which is the best country you like in the travels? What do you think? Which country attracts you the best? I know you've been in a few places.
That's pretty hard to say because from a material point of view, there's better countries and worse countries, but from a spiritual point of view, they're all about the same.
All about the same.
But a lot of people say that both Prabhupada and also Govinda Maharaj have said that they like Mauritius. Because Mauritius is a very pious country. It could well be one of the first Krishna conscious countries in the world. Both Prabhupada and Govinda Maharaj said that upon looking at it. It's definitely a very nice place.
What do you think about Govinda Maharaj and Prabhupada? Are their teachings similar more or less, or different? If different, what's different? If similar, what's the similar?
They're simultaneously the same, but also simultaneously some difference. I mean, like I said, before Prabhupada left, he gave instructions for his disciples who wanted to know more to go to Sridhar Maharaj. And before Sridhar Maharaj left, he gave instructions that we should all stay and serve Govinda Maharaj.
Right.
So Govinda Maharaj is teaching in the same line as Prabhupada.
Right.
He's not teaching anything any different.
Right.
But
okay, let's put it this way. What attracts you most? What attracts you most in Govinda Maharaj's teachings? What do you think the most important part of his teachings?
Of his teachings per se?
Yes. Because he called many things constantly, and what attracted you? What do you think is the...
Well, I would say if I had to say one thing was the essence of his teachings now, it's the third sloka of Shinsashika. Viniya Visa Jena Karo Visa Shintana Amani Mahana Devan Kirtana Sadahari. That wherever he goes, he's preaching this, that we've been devotees for many, many years, but still we're not getting the results of Krishna consciousness. And why is this? It's because we've been making some offense somewhere along the line. And what is that offense? It may be many things, but the one cure for any offense and the one way to proceed is to practice this humility, tolerance, and offering honor to others. And he's teaching this everywhere, and it's actually universal. I can see it very clearly in all of Prabhupada's disciples and Guru Maharaj's disciples and his disciples that we have to practice that. And without practicing that, we're not advancing Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada said the same thing, but Govinda Maharaj is just reminding us that this is very essential at this stage of our life.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Mission as well as the central life.
Right.
I was always emphasizing the association is very, very important point.
Okay. All right, Prabhu.
We're disturbing.
I'm on the plan. I just interviewed Chitananda Prabhu. Very nice. Who? Chitananda Prabhu. Do you know this? You work in Germany? And you Shirama disciples, your Prabhupada disciples? When did you 84. I will, if you don't mind, I will ask you some questions. I will ask them now, and then I'll ask one more time.
I was in
Right. What did you read the book, or did you meet devotees, or you heard tape?
No, I met a devotee, Church of Krishna was my first month.
And what attracted you in the Srila Sridhar Maharaj's teachings?
First, the reading guidance, wideness of scope of philosophy. And, just reading the foreword by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Church of Krishna was absolutely.
So, this verse has attracted you the most?
Well,
I'm trying to get your first impression.
If you want to know the real thing, if you know that then ISKCON is a boring kindergarten, and then you come to the real thing. It's like very long. You are all the time.
Right.
The whole world.
Right. Okay, so we'll tape this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will ask some questions over again. Sorry.
Нет, я записал то, что он говорит.
Well, how controversial do you want to become?
I don't want to become controversial. I just want to get the real picture for people.
To whom are you showing?
We're going to show in Russian, the Russian devotees, and Sagamar has been there a couple of times, and we already have mission, but people don't know much about Sridhar Maharaj because not all books translated in Russian. There are only 2 books translated in Russian, Sridhar Maharaj. And people don't know much about history that everybody knows, and we just want to give to people a real picture of devotees who've been around and why that process to Sridhar Maharaj's teaching, just to show them a category of different people.
And I wish you had taken it right away.
Мы записали сразу?
Да, записали.
Oh, he takes it right away.
Okay.
No problem. Then that's it.
Lalita Sharan. What is your name? My name is Tarit Krishnadas.
And may I ask you a question? How long you have been on the mission? In Krishna Hajj?
For about 16 years.
15 years. And as far as I'm concerned, you came to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. What's the reason?
Well, I was came through Swami Maharaj's books and preaching of them. And there was some slight disappointment in that through that I could not taste what was in the books in a living form.
Or in other words, that the practice and books and reality was a little different.
It was hard to find to that degree. But yes, so that way there was some dissatisfaction that maybe that was a good thing.
Right. Well, what happened when you came to Srila Sridhar Maharaj?
Well, actually it came through the mercy of some devotees, which is natural.
Right.
One devotee was walking along the beach and he had one book.
Right.
And I didn't know him, and I went and asked him, what is that book?
Right.
And he said to me, he showed me pictures of Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj,
right.
and Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and I was very much attracted by that.
Right.
And always thinking after that, so lucky, so lucky.
Right.
And then my previous connection with ISKCON, he fell,
Right.
and I got one book, Search for Sri Krishna,
Right.
and I remember,
Right.
and I came then to the month in 1986.
Right. Do you think this book, Search for Sri Krishna, is one of the best introductory books to Krishna consciousness?
Certainly the best introductory book, one or two, at the time for devotees who had some understanding of Krishna consciousness.
Right. And what do you think about Srila Govinda Maharaj's teachings?
Srila Govinda Maharaj's teachings are extremely broad and expansive and mystical. That is, extreme humility and tolerance is living within him.
Right.
And therefore we're searching where is Guru sometimes. We're seeing servant all the time, but we can't find where is Guru.
Right.
It's like that. For many devotees, they can't see. That way is a mystical thing.
Okay.
But that is his lila.
Right.
And if we can follow that, it's said that following the footsteps of the great souls, if we can follow his mood, then we're extremely safe. His method is the safest and surest method.
All right, cool.
Thank you very much.
It was such a wonderful experience. I came here, okay, I'm someone coming to Switzerland, I wrote him a letter before I'm coming here. And what does he say first? I am so sorry. I hope you feel it okay here. We don't have nice rooms. You know, he asked for forgiveness for the simplicity of the place. I mean, you know, it's like, what am I hearing? I know his greatness already by having read his books and having seen some tapes and you know, having heard about him through Goswami Maharaj, who was like the one loudspeaker of Sri Maharaj's practice. Srila Ras Goswami Maharaj.
Oh, okay.
That was like the first one who broadcast his message.
Right.
And then having this simplicity, you know, in front of you by such great personality, that was very.
So he was attracted by a natural example.
You know, I was attracted by the grandness of and the variegatedness of what he had to say, and with but the simplicity he was saying it with, very special, and the sweetness, of course. You know, when you sit in front of him, it's you know, it's like it's such soul to soul relationship to really see the greatness.
You want how many?
For me, it was not just like disappearing into smallness.
You are going to how many days?
It's always.
Srila Sridhar Maharaj's teachings are actually Govinda Maharaj reminds you sometimes Srila Sridhar Maharaj, or he has a little different style.
Yeah, I would say Govinda Maharaj is very much.
Very much.
It's very much. you know, I mean, not in the essence, certainly not. There is the same thing, but Govinda Maharaj is a missionary. Srila Maharaj was not a missionary. You know, he was like, here a lot, actually we are coming as foreigners. We were just kind of like allowed to be here.
Right.
Actually, our place was supposed to be the land out there, the land connector.
Right.
This was not a mission. This is not an institution. Srila Maharaj often said that. It's not an institution, it's actually his place of where he does his bhajan, his internal meditation.
Right.
And now some foreigners have come and been attracted to him, so he also feels like encouraged to give out what he had to give.
Right.
But otherwise it was not, you know, it was, and now Govinda Maharaj has made it into the worldwide mission.
Right.
So there is like a structural difference, and it's like an amplification of what Srila Maharaj gave only to a few.
Right.
So also, and also the personal things, you know, are of course different.
But don't you think if mission will become so wide, this understanding will maybe come like we see in other organizations?
I mean, that's always the danger. Institutionalizing anything as institutionalizing a revolution. You have no your country. I mean, the intellectual greatness of certain great ideas by Marx and so on. If it becomes institution objectivated, actually, you know, with the Hegelian philosophy, something becomes objectivated, some subjective thing. Then, but that again is like, you know, in a way, it's a dynamic process, you can say, by antithesis, which is coming. So certainly some problems are bound to be there. But okay, Srila Maharaj always encourages also the one boat, that we are sitting in one boat, and see that the whole mission is in one boat. As a mission, it is important, but the variety is necessary, and also problems are always there.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you very much. That was very nice. I appreciate it.
And how we get to know Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Maharaj and Srila Maharaj and Srila Govinda Maharaj? Your parents. Oh, your parents devotees too? Since 1960s, 1970s. Very nice. In America.
Yes.
And what do you like most about the Srila Maharaj? What do you think? Why they attract you?
I think because that's a very deep question.
Well,
a simple answer, short answer is that they focus on the heart connection.
Focus on the heart connection.
Devotional service comes from the heart, the connection through visions in the heart, not an external process, but an internal
process. So you like that statement very much. And what about you?
Very much. You just blew me out.
You just blew me out?
Yeah, just like pure love coming from him.
Okay, thank you very much. That was very nice. Did you tape?
Feel that he loves Srila Prabhupada more than I could ever attempt to. And you just feel his respect, his honor, and his love for him. And it just melts your heart.
But some may say, well, you should Prabhupada's disciple and you should stay like when husband died, the wife not supposed to marry. What do you think about that?
I think that Krishna is so kind, he has sent many representatives.
Right.
And we're just very fortunate to have the connection with Srila Govinda, so we can stay connected with a living being, and it's very important. Because any philosophy, you can argue it from all sides. You can take the scripture and argue, dance around it, and argue your points forever. But like I was saying earlier, the heart connection, you know, when you get the living Guru, the pure Vaishnava there to guide you, you can connect your heart with Prabhupada. It's a descending process that comes down to you, so we need that connection.
And what attracted you most in Srila Govinda Maharaj?
It's just so sweet. It just melts your heart. work together and be friends and to be positive and harmonious. And those things are just so sweet. We just can't help but be attracted.
Okay, Andrew, that was very nice. My heart is melted too.
They all get beautiful.
You need my picture.
No, not necessarily. I just was gonna. I know that you old devotee, you've been around, you have much to say. And maybe I could do both. You both understanding that. And what is your name, Lord?
Swami Bhakti Madhurya Bal Maharaj.
Bhakti Madhurya Bal. Your name, Prabhu?
Devanata.
Devanata. And just the first simple question: how did you get to know Krishna consciousness?
Krishna consciousness I got in the years 1982 when I was I don't know how to put it. I was a Christian. Yes, I was a Christian priest.
Oh, you was a Christian?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was a Christian priest.
Did you have your own church?
No church, but I didn't want to. I wanted to be amongst the people like Jesus did.
You want to preach?
Yeah, I want to preach.
And did you get through Srila Prabhupada or through?
No, not yet. And then I got a blackout in Christianity.
Oh.
Because I don't know what's going on. Too many strange things were happening. But I believed in the Lord Jesus. But the form around it I could not get. Then I got a kind of blackout. And I prayed in my heart that I want to come to know you, God as you are. And then one day I met it, I was in Holland. One day I met a group of dancing boys, really beautiful, singing, joyful, jumping. And I was staying there with the Bible under my arms, and one of them came with the book, the Bhagavad Gita, and asked me, do you know Krishna? Do you know? I said, no, I never heard about it. And he showed me also the picture of Prabhupada. But of course, being that stoned Christian, how could I heard about it? And then he told me, okay, listen, why don't you come to our gatherings? So it was a Wednesday. Sunday, come. We are vegetarians, etc., etc., etc. Come. And he asked me some donation. He said, in that moment, but anyhow, no matter. Promise me first that you will come. And I did. And I went to the gathering. So I entered many boys, and it was in Holland. And then I entered and saw the picture of the statue, the Murti of Prabhupada. When I saw that, something happened to me. I was captured, but I could not put it. I kept looking to this. Where did we know? Where we have met? I could not. So then the Maha Mantra was written there very big. I didn't know what was the mantra. I know the class went on, and I got so excited. The singing Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. I didn't know what. Okay. And suddenly I said, I raised my finger. She said, please hold on. Do you have some mantra for me? Then he laughed off. Then he asked me, can you, the priest said, can you read? Then false ego came up. I asked him, I said, yeah, of course. False ego reaction. Yes, of course. He said, okay, in that case, read what is there. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Yes, he can read. He went to school, he can read. I felt more ashamed, but he said once more, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. 13 times. Then he said yes. Then he start laughing. And then he gave the program. So after the program, we will after the class, singing, we will presentation to presentare, prasadam, we'll give you prasadam. And after that I want you, especially you come in my office upstairs. That was the priest, and there was the temple director who said that no. Then when I went there after, he was so pleased. I said, the way you act, he said, why did you join us? I said, oh, I joined. Yes, I'm a Christian, but you said so. I said, very much. Anyhow, I start coming every week. And I start every once a week, twice a week, every weekend. I start going and sleeping.
Since we have a short time, I'd like to ask you some straight questions. How did you get to know, first you got to know Srila Prabhupada, and how did you get to know Srila Sridhar?
Yes, I knew Srila Prabhupada through his books. Because he was no more in his body.
Right.
I said, his books. And then And then after something happened, which I don't explain now, and I was on my way to India. And then I met a gentleman, and also the month already. Then he asked me where I'm going. I said, I'm going to South India. He said, are you from the East Coast? I said, no, I've been to 3 months, but I came to India to look for what to do. Then he told me, okay, stay with me, my guru will be your guru, but he refused to tell me the name. Then we went together to Madras. He told me that the guru is in the Gaudiya Math in Madras. And then when I came there, the guru was not there.
That was Sridhar Maharaj?
That was Sridhar Maharaj. But the man, he refused to tell me. That was the secret about it. He refused to tell me the name, but he sang his glories. And the glories he captured. With his glory, I know that yes, I've met the Lord himself. That was no doubt. All my doubts. The name was not a problem anymore. This is the glories.
And then you got initiated
yes.
first?
No, then I went from Madras, then I said, no, it's in Navadvipa. Right. Then I came back from Madras to here. And then I've met Govinda Maharaj. Right, the letter I gave Govinda. So when I saw Govinda Maharaj, that he smiled, he kept it. He called me, it was the spiritual way itself. Not knowing that the day after, I would have seen Sridhar Maharaj himself, his identical smile. So I sat there, he was very happy, and he started making questions. Govinda Maharaj called me upstairs, then he asked me where I come from, and I told him that I was a Christian priest. Then the question said, but if you was a Christian priest, how is it possible that you are here with me? And I could not give the answer, but I could not, I was so happy. And then he said, yes, what book? How many books you've read? I said, Maharaj, I cannot pretend I read any book. One, the Bhagavad Gita, only 6 chapters I've read. And then what of that 6th chapter inspired me so much? That's the famous slogan, the conclusion slogan. Give up whatever you're doing, religious or not. With respect, and then with faith, surrender to me and serve me. He said to Satan, I will forgive for all your abominable activities of the past. Do that. I promise. Then Sridhar Maharaj was very happy. He said, that's your conclusion. So he has come on the left of faith. But when I saw Sridhar Maharaj, I know, yes. It is the spiritual world itself. All my problems, everything is gone. All the stormy ocean at this lotus feet, everything was calm around and in. And I felt how I was plastering, I was molding me, I was sweating, like I was taking a Turkish bath, feeling hot, cold at the same time. But he's focusing his eyes on me and vice versa. And we're meeting in each other. And I don't know what to say. Within me, I'm staring at his father, and I've heard clearly how he said, my son, have you finally come back home?
Oh, that's very exciting.
Yes. And within myself, yes, my father. Yes, I gave the answer, I know. Yes. But something strange happened also. While contemplating on Sridhar Maharaj, suddenly Prabhupada, which I didn't see physically, I saw suddenly his figure appeared and enter in the body of Sridhar Maharaj like a transfiguration. And that confirmed me that Prabhupada, he himself guided me to the lotus feet of Sridhar Maharaj. Furthermore, he helped me bending all my existence to give my full dandavat to that lotus feet. And I grabbed them and I asked him, he is so convinced as I was, wholesale. That was our relationship directly. Please accept me as your disciple. In general, Sridhar Maharaj was saying, I will take it in consideration. But to me he said, yes. But, and the but, like a knife through my heart, because still some independence was there. And then when he said, but, then he came out. He said, yes. But I want you to stay as tight as possible with me, and as long as possible. That those words convinced me that we got something to do with it. In fact, within 8 months, I got the first initiation. After 2 weeks, I got the second initiation, and a couple months after, I got the third initiation. Within 8 months, I got the full connection with Sri Ramadas. And after 2-3 months after, he made me a retweet. I could represent him by accepting disciples for him, which I did with much.
That was very nice story.
Hare Krishna.
I think the movie was very exciting. Very much from the heart.
It's okay. It's okay.
What is the name for this?
My name is Rasaki.
My name is Rasaki.
But I am feeling I am wrong, sir. Sir, it is so heavy. Just I am like servant of.
Okay, but you are a servant of Srila Govinda Maharaj. Don't you think sometimes it's very difficult because you can become so proud, you have so much pratishta.
Good. Yes, I am fallen soul that is automatically coming with.
Oh, so
this is fallen soul in Kanak Kamini Pratishtha, everything coming.
Okay, so
that
pratishtha cannot come to fallen soul.
Yes, always coming fallen soul. This is fallen souls.
Oh, okay.
Pratishtha, Kanak Kamini, everything is coming.
Okay. So it is very dangerous but very nice
Yes,
position.
very dangerous.
Because you have very much of a personal association with Srila Govinda Maharaj. And can you open little secrets for us?
Yes.
Say something. What do you think is most important in Srila Govinda Maharaj? What do you think is most important? What would you like the best about Govinda Maharaj?
Sincerely necessary to serve. And we want service. Anybody, any devotee must will to serve is sincerely, heart and soul.
So you like his sincerity?
Yes. Humility, tolerance, sincerity, giving honor to others, pure behavior.
Do you think that other devotees can possibly come to this level for Govinda Maharaj?
Yes, possible. I am never thinking I am very high and I am very close to him. I am so fallen, so insignificant. Right? Devotee's nature always praising others. This is friendly. But my position so more lower than on inside. Like this.
When you go to the world tour with Govinda Maharaj, I know that you have to do lots of service, but you also meet people. Which country you like the best after you travel?
Oh, different country, different style. So mostly when we are arriving, we are thinking some new planet will come. Everything, activities, the locality, the government, everything completely different. But in Australia, big country, very few people and very peace.
You like Australia?
But when we are going London, so many people, so many, something like Calcutta. You have some coming. When going Mauritius, like village, like village, not so much citizen, city.
And Russia is very cold. You're not afraid to go to
This type of cold we have also in Germany, on London also, in Australia also. But different place, on the whole, who are practicing Krishna consciousness, everybody is moved like same. mood is not so much different. Because everybody in own way, on channel, and with on sheep, that is everybody's mood also like this, not so much different. But country, this is government, different country, different government. So on the whole, all the country, all the government, they are trying to develop their own country. Everybody is very proud. Everybody thinking I am best, like that.
Okay, Dandavad. That was very nice. That was very nice. I'm very happy. 1 minute was very good.
নাম জিজ্ঞেস করতে
আমার নাম তবে ওই ওইটা বলবো না দীক্ষারটা বলবো
দীক্ষার পরে আপনার নাম
দীক্ষার নামটা তো দ্বৈত কৃষ্ণ দাস দ্বৈত
His name, after initiation, his name is Dvaita Krishna Das.
Okay. I will ask this in front of the camera. Okay. And then, what is his, he got initiated by Sri Ram Maharaj?
Oh, ये आपने तो दीक्षा दी थी।
Hey, Guru Maharaj?
हरिनाम के दी थी।
Guru Joy.
Sridhar Maharaj gave Harinam, Govinda Maharaj gave second initiation.
And what kind of service he's doing in the mosque?
মঠের মধ্যে আপনি কি সেবা করছেন?
Goshura. Kausha means?
Cow seva.
What does this mean? Cow seva. Ah! Die! Okay, Prabhu. Okay, no.
Well, I'll tell you what the camera is. I will ask your name. Okay. Temple. What time do you wake up? Every day? How many years? How long? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
I'll try to find it out too. I'll report about you.
Not a fight. Here. I want you to go over here. You can say something.
Yeah, I will. Definitely.
Не нападай на конец. Сними его хорошо. Делай это. Oh, you feel more this way. Better. Black actor, come on. Fell off. Ладно, руки.
Собака попала.
Куда попала?
Смотри, собака с другой
Харибол!
Кришна. Да. А вот идет шествие парикрамы. Процессия продвигается к рождению,
Месту
рождению Шрила Шридхары Гуру Махараджи. Так, я снимаю. Процессия парикрамы движется.
Хороший пейзаж.
Что ты говоришь? Куда пойдем-то? Да. Ты Гуру Махараджа. Самадхи.
Какой самадхи? Самадхи с храме.
Ну это где родился все равно там немножко еще. Господи, помоги нам. Несчастно.
Побольше денег.
Искренняя молитва. Да.
А то гонец пойдем. Денег не будет, пойдем гонец.
Ну что, давай тебя засниму как-то.
Да ладно, сейчас он не надо.
आपने लगा बात ठीक है भैया ये लगा बात उनको तो भैया लगा बात रास्ते को तो लगा
different characters with so many. And then you would ask to Guru Maharaj.
Mexico? You don't look like Mexican.
My parents are from Spain.
From Spain.
They came to Mexico at the time of the Civil War, Spain Civil War. They came and as a refugees to Mexico and established themselves. And all of their we all
As far as I understand, you met first Srila Prabhupada, then you met Srila Sridhar Maharaj.
Yes.
And what attracts you to Srila Sridhar Maharaj's teaching? What do you like the best?
At that time, we all were very new. I joined the movement in 74. Became initiated by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in 85. So he gave me first and second initiation, and I remained and served him within his mission. Anyway, when I came to Guru Maharaj, it was a difficult time because Prabhupada had already left this world, and we were following the living members of the society at the GDC. We were trying sincerely to follow and to serve this service, devotional activities and this. And then in 82, one way or other, I came to know about Srila Maharaj. At the beginning, I knew very little about him. Not like sufficient to say, to see like, oh, what great personality he was. But these few things I knew from the beginning, it charmed myself. One of those things were this paper, one of God brothers who was approaching him from the very early 80s perhaps, Bhakti was one. He prepared a paper in which he described the relationship between Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj. And there he presented not politically, not offensively, straightforward. And I found the relationship among them very beautiful. And also he presented how after Prabhupada disappearing, how Srila Guru Maharaj advised and gave many instructions. The reason why I left this one was mainly because I was very attracted to Guru Maharaj. His words, his appreciation, his maturity, his connection with Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada accepting him as a senior and most revered brother. And now everyone can see those, why? Because of his books. It's not now, it's printed. And everyone can like and so many other Russian devotees, they can see how beautiful his thought is, how inspiring, how emotional, how mature. That's why I know he came to Roma. Not so much because it is somewhere, not his fault or that fault. I know that everywhere should be some fault. But because they didn't allow us to come to Guru Maharaj's side, then I had to decide what you want to do. Stay here or to go with Guru Maharaj, even though you will be rejected from this. And at that time we thought it's more valuable the relationship with this great Acharya, this great saint, because it is more difficult development for our lives. Yes.
But here's my question. It's a little tricky. There's many religious institutions, and as Christianity or Islam, when it is just growing, then it becomes, even Krishna saying Bhagavad Gita, it becomes lost. Like in the very beginning, it was very devotional, then some organizations become very lost. Do we have the same chance to lose our concentration on devotion in this particular institution? Not now, but say a certain time. And what should we do in order to avoid that? We should, in order to mix the religion and devotion.
That opportunity is always there at every moment of our daily life. We should be very, very aware. Therefore, the essential item always in the life of the practitioner should be to have a first class life.
we want to present in front of us our hearts together. Otherwise, we will go just like running from perhaps a mental to another mental. Very important.
Okay. And what about Govinda Maharaj? He's continuing in the line of Srila Sridhar Maharaj. But as far as I understood myself, that he's more like open. He's like Sridhar Maharaj never travel outside. Govinda Maharaj travel and preach widely. What attracted you in Srila Govinda Maharaj's teachings?
First of all, everything goes from one step to another one. We came to Guru Maharaj and we came here. We knew then gradually that there was Guru Maharaj and he has this very much appreciation for the person of Govinda Maharaj. And gradually we have to know him more and more and more. He's very persistent, for the well-being of the devotees. And Guru Maharaj's personal instructions for all of us was if you really have faith in him, you will have all my grace to him.
But some people say that when Srila Maharaj passed, nobody can cover his presence. But and then here's instruction of Srila Maharaj about going to Govinda Maharaj. You really feel like that? You really feel connection? Really strong connection?
I feel it very necessary.
Very
for my
necessarily? Even for all devotees?
For two things. One thing, it will mitigate the separation we are feeling from Srila Sridhar Maharaj.
Right.
And another thing, he will give us a tangible opportunity to be engaged in the proper practice of devotional service. What does proper practice of devotional service mean? Gopi Bhakti Kamala Yogda Sadasa. We should do our service under the care of especially himself, who got in his heart. I mean, we just associate with Guru Maharaj 5 years of his life. It's in the very last moment of his life. But he got association from the very beginning, being 17 years youth boy. He got 17-year-old boy. He came to Guru Maharaj and lived the whole life with him. Not just with him, but all with the associates of Guru Maharaj, like A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj himself. Before Swami Maharaj came to the West and rescued with his big campaign, all of us, and teach us the principles of Krishna consciousness, Govinda Maharaj got this very personal association, very particular. So he was prepared from the beginning in the times when Guru Maharaj was not here, a whole life, and he has some of these conceptions of Guru Maharaj and sentiments and particular visions in his heart, not everywhere else. We may expect to find it. And now he's explaining this for the benefit of all the interested.
Okay.
I just want to mention one thing now that you are giving me the opportunity to speak for the Russian devotees. And it is that I don't know why, I have been always very impressed with all of you, Russians, because of your past, because of this thing, the communism, and how the movement started so much sacrifice. We heard, many of us here in the West, that some of you were chastised by the government, and the devotees were put in jail, some perhaps died, or some camps, and I'm very, not always very respectful attention for that. And we feel really very happy. To me, when I had got the opportunity last year, we met in New York, the temple of Giri Maharaj. I met some of you, and it seems to me that the Russian devotees are very capable in one hand, and very humble, very submissive, very humankind, but very warm. And I can just close this interview, send my appreciation my regards, and we have much appreciation, even though we have not got so much in touch with Russian public in general, even with Russian devotees, but the few devotees I have got, it was a very beautiful impression. And now that you are going to bring this stage there to Russia, I hope so that, and they are also extremely sure that they have got so much now appreciation from Srila Maharaj and Srila Govinda Maharaj teaching.
That was actually very sweet. And right now we're in the very beginning stage, but I hope in the future, when we'll develop our Moscow center, it needs some because in general stage was the world. Many very cool people sort of go many very involved. Many people first went to jail, and they came out of jail. The whole
Yes, Ritvik through Govinda Maharaj. Srila Maharaj was still present in the body, but he had already given succession to Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Ready?
Я готов.
Okay. Давай, наведи на него.
Да, я понял.
Okay, what is your name?
Devanatha Das.
And well, you got initiated by Srila Govinda Maharaj when Srila Maharaj wasn't present in the body.
Still present in the body.
Is that, how is that possible?
It's called Ritvik. He's just like the ambassador. The king is there and he delegates all his power to his representative. Right. So Srila Maharaj has already given the civic succession to Srila Govinda Maharaj. He had retired due to health. But so Govinda Maharaj was fully empowered to do the ceremony.
Oh, rubbish.
Very nice. And you're from Italy?
No, this body was born in Canada.
Oh, this body is born in Canada,
but now
yourself?
for 8 years now I'm doing, through my Shiksha, Srila Maharaj.
Very interesting. And, you've been a long time a devotee. And what is your impression? You want to share your impressions with Russian devotees who's very new, just came to Krishna consciousness?
Well, that's the best thing that can happen to people.
Do you want to say something to them?
Well, like Srila Govinda Maharaj says, the process is very simple. Surrender to the pure devotee, you know, and then he's going to guide you. Right. But one good point that Govinda Maharaj always liked and writing me that I've taken guidance from one of the higher Vaishnava, like Shlomo Maharaj, you know, he's in Italy, so being a sannyasi, full disciple of Srila Maharaj, you know. So Govinda Maharaj was always pleased that I tried to serve the servant of the servant of the servant. So in this way we need like almost daily guidance, you know, especially
it's very hard to have direct connection. Yeah. It's almost impossible to have direct connection.
Yes, it may also be dangerous because especially the mind creates offense by sometimes think that the guru is like a normal person, you know, but it is not such. If one is faith, you know.
Okay, this is great. Anything else that we want to say to the rest of the devotees? Well, just from your practicing, what do you think the most important part of devotional practice? Of course, the chanting of the holy name is important, but between devotees, what is the
most important thing is seva. Seva. Govinda Maharaj always repeats